Morning ladies, hope everybody's okay. Coming back on today to do another box. You've seen me make this box before. It is in my videos somewhere. But I'm just going to revisit it again with the Bundle of Love DSP just to show you. Because I think this designer series paper is getting overlooked somewhat because people just associate it with babies. But like I've shown you in the video, the reverse side of every sheet is actually foiled. So I just want to show you a couple of little things that I've made using the foiling side. So you're going to need a piece of card that measures 8 by 11. Okay, so you want it 8 by 11. You're going to score it at 1.5, 4 3/4, 6 1/4, and 9.5. Okay, then you're going to turn it to the short side and you're going to score it at 1.5 and 6.5. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to end up with 6 corners. So you'll have 2 there, 2 in the middle and 2 at the bottom. Okay, now on all 6 of the corners you're going to need your ruler, and you're going to need either your score tool or your bone folder. Okay, and preferably on a cushion or something. You know, like your foam mat or something soft. And what you're going to do is just simply score from the middle to the outer of each corner. Okay, so you're going to go from the middle to the outer of each corner. And you should end up with that. Okay, in all 6 corners. Okay. Then what you're going to do is, I've actually wrote it in for you. The corner nearest the cardstock, okay, you're going to glue. So it'll be that corner. Okay, and if I show you down here, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Is when you fold it in, you're going to glue that corner and that corner so that when this folds up, you're going to have that. Can you see? Okay, so you're going to glue this corner, this corner, this corner and this corner. And I'll do that for you now so that you know and you can see. And I'm using my tape because I'm waiting for some more of me refills for my glue gun to come. So if I put the tape on these corners, you'll know exactly where to tape them, won't you? And it would be better for you if you actually used wet glue. But for the purpose of the video, Gone very quiet. I always seem to go quiet when I'm concentrating. Right, so that's the corners. Okay, with the tape on. That sun is up again. So if you can see that, that's the corners that you need to tape. Okay, you also need, see above this score line, where you've got this one in the middle, you're going to cut down each side. Okay, so it looks a bit like that. That's just to separate your lid from your bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to thingy all this tape off now and glue mine down so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to have to get another pokey tool. This one's all gunky. Now off all the tape. Right, so I'll stick this one down. Okay, so there's one side. So you see what I mean? There. Okay, and I'll do the other side. And if you're easily confused like I am, because I'm at that age, just write in a G or glue so you know exactly where you need to glue. Now this is our lid part and we've done exactly the same. We've stuck our tape okay. And at this point, if you want to make them in bulk, but you want them to be easily stored, you would leave it like that at this point. Okay, and that way it's completely flat. Okay, so you could store hundreds of them in a box until you build it up like so. And as I say, you can either leave it where it's completely flat, or you can glue them corners down. See the way they're gaping open? Now I don't like that, that's horrible. So what I'm going to do on mine, you don't have to, it's entirely up to you. Like I said, if you want to leave yours flat, then don't do this part. But I'm doing this part. And all I'm going to do is put a piece of tape on each of the corners. And I will stick my box together. And I'll show you how I'm going to decorate it. so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my bottom up and stick it down. Okay, so there's my bottom stuck down, and then I'm going to fold this back piece up and stick back down. You can use your wet glue and some clips. And I'm going to do the same to the top now. Okay, we're going to lift that up and stick. Okay, so there's our box. And I've just put a little half circle notch out. Okay, now the panels you're going to need. I haven't actually wrote the sizes down, so we're going to do it by ruler. So that's 5 inch, so you want 4 3/4 inch length, 4 3/4 length, and oh dear, 3 inches wide. Do you know why I've not wrote them on my pad? Because I've wrote them on the paper. So you need, can you see that? 4 3/4 by 3 inch. Okay. And yes, this is the DSP, and there's our gold foiling. And this one needs to be 4 1/2 by 2 3/4. And that's going to give us that. Okay. Then the front where we put our finger hole lift, half circle, you're going to need 1 1/4 by 4 3/4, and then your DSP is going to be 1 by 4 1/2, and that's just going to go on there and give us that lovely little border again, and that's going to stick on the front. Then you need 2 pieces cut 1 1/4 by 3 inches. You need 2 of them for either end. And you need 2 DSP cut by 1 by 2 3/4. Okay, and they're just going to lay it on there and go on our sides. Okay. So let's see, glue. I'm going to use wet glue for this, so it gives me some wiggle room. Again, don't go too close to the sides, otherwise it will come out your sides, and you don't want that. See, and Mel's already thinking of Christmas, and my upline will be grinding her teeth at the mention of that. But it's coming. Gotta get prepared. And I'm going away just before Christmas as well. And then I'll be away a couple of months after Christmas for my birthday, but I'm not telling you how old I am. Let's just say it's one of the big birthdays. Sorry, I was out of shot then, you couldn't see me sticking that on the top. I do apologise. So yeah, Can't wait to get away. Get some me time with a book. I'm not even taking my phone. Which turned up yesterday. So I'm no longer phoneless. Oh dear. Nah, the poor Apple guy on the phone for nearly an hour. He was very nice though. Because my hobby is not techo-friendly, let's just say. Anything to do with technology, and you just don't ask my hubby at all. So I've just stuck that on the front. We'll get our sides on. Yeah, so poor guy on the phone for nearly 2 hours. But he was very nice about it though. He probably went off the phone and thought, Christ, that's a lunatic. Can't even set her phone up. Anyway, I'm used to Samsung, you see. So, but I blame my new son-in-law. I'm just gluing these together, getting the little border all the way round. Just hold that in place for a little minute. There we go, so there's our box. Let me just put the lid on this before it dries up on me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this ribbon that I have left from the celebration, and it's the Very Vanilla with the golden. And what I'm going to do is try and keep it, stop it from twisting. And we're just going to tie this in a bow, or attempt to. Not bad, but it could have been going the other way, the way I wanted it. That'll do, I've just twisted it. So we'll bring that in a little bit. Bring that in a little bit. I ain't getting good, these bows on camera, I tell you. Okay, so there's our box, and again I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my punch, my D block. I don't know why I brought 2 D blocks in, but hey ho. I'm going to use this crumb cake. And don't need me mat. Can you even see what I'm doing? I'm going to have to put my tape back on the table so I know where I am. Where you can see up to. Okay, oh, we've got a little bit in there, doesn't matter. Get our thank you out. Hopefully this will cover it. I am literally melting in here. Okay. Leave them out so I can clean them on my stamp and scrub. Now I think the Very Vanilla goes really well with the gold foiling. I always say if you're gonna, a warm colour leans more towards gold. A cold colour leans more towards silver. That's just me, that's just how I do it. Whatever you do is entirely up to you, but that's the way I've always done it. Gold warm, silver cold. Just sticking me glue dots, me dimensionals on there, and I've used Very Vanilla cardstock crumb cake. A little thank you. Okay, pearls, where are my pearls? Throw some pearls on. Pearl on there, one on there. I think that'll do, to be honest with you. So there you go, there's our other box, and I'll give you the dimensions again for this box. You need, to start off with, you need a piece of card that measures 8 by 11. On your long side, you're going to score it at 1.5, 4 3/4, 6 1/4 and 9 1/2. On your short side, you're going to score it at 1.5 and 6 1/2. Then in all 6 corners that you will end up with, score diagonally towards the centre of your card. The first score line you come to, I don't want to open my box again, you cut it so that you have the lid and the base separated. Okay, now we know the depth of our box is 1.5 inches, right? So if we do our very vanilla at 1 1/4 by 5, then we do our DSP at 1 by 4 3/4. This side again, we know it's 1 1/2 deep, so we do our very vanilla at 1 1/4 by 3, I think that was. Oh no, 3 1/4. So we do it 1 1/4 by 3. Yeah, because the box is 3 1/4. So 1 1/4 by 3. Then the DSP layer we do at 1 by 2 3/4. The top we know is, let me just get my ruler in. We know this is 5 inches. So very vanilla you do at 4 3/4 inches by, it was 3 inches, wasn't it? Yeah, by 3 inches. So then your DSP you do at 4 1/2 by 2 3/4. And there's our lovely little box. I hope you can make it out with the sun. And the side, you have your finger lift there. That side. There's our other side. That's what it looks like underneath. And I've just used the Crumb Cake cardstock and Crumb Cake ink and our fancy label punch and a couple of pearls. So there you go. If you're interested in joining our team, until the end of the month there is a special offer going on whereby you can purchase your own starter kit. You can purchase £130 worth of product and only pay £99. On top of that, Stampin' Up have decided to give you an essential starter kit, which means you will get your paper snips, your bone folder, your pokey tool, all the essential stuff. And they will also give you the new stamp set that's being released in August. Yeah, so I'd love to have you on my team. As always, I will leave the link in the description bar below. And you don't have to be a demonstrator, i.e. you don't have to do videos to demonstrate the product and what have you. You can also be a hobby demoist, which means you're just going to get reductions on all your crafty items. You will get it for less than what the catalogue says, put it that way. Also, if you want to just shop in my shop, I'll leave the link down below, open 24/7 for your convenience, and I hope you give that a go. So that is, let me see if I can find the other one. Yeah, 2 boxes using the Bundle of Love DSP. So just think of it as babies. Okay, ladies, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.